What's up guys, Wyland1 here, and today we finally have the WWE Ultimate Edition Brock Lesnar. Fantastic, I finally was able to pick this guy up on Amazon. I am never going to find him in any store, so I did what I had to do. And he looks good. I got him out of the box. I am not a big fan of the recent WWE figures in their boxes because they always come out warped, or I always notice the left arm, the bicep, it's always kind of warped, always out of place. It happened like 3 times already, so this one specifically, I had to fix it. I put it in the boiling water. You know, I took this opportunity to fix some other figures as well, like Roman Reigns. I actually wanted to see if I could swap out the Roman Reigns arms from the Ultimate, from the Elite version, but that didn't really work. They had different pegs, so it's okay. But now here we are. We got Brock Lesnar a little fixed up now. Normally when I have my figures, I always take a look at them, see how the bicep joints are, see how the shoulder joints, how stiff they are and whatnot, and also even the ankles. Sometimes the ankles are pretty stiff. But yeah, he is looking good right now. But just looking at Brock Lesnar, and he has a new gigantic body. Here is the older one right here, right? With the new head. And yeah, total difference. Big difference in body sculpting. Of course, one is the Elite, one is the Ultimate Edition. But yeah, big improvement. I like how it looks. He looks more realistic, more natural. You could get him in a more natural pose, more relaxed, bring his shoulder blades back because he has the butterfly joints in his shoulders. Definitely really nice. And we'll get into more comparisons between the two. But just before we go forward, this figure does come with 3 heads. So you have these 2 heads right here, and you have the shouting head of Brock Lesnar right there, which is pretty cool. You get both the Universal and the WWE Championship right there. That's pretty cool. They both have the Brock Lesnar side plates on them, which is pretty cool. And of course, you have 3 pairs of hands. So as you can see right here, I just switched out my older Brock Lesnar figure who was sporting this head sculpt right here for the newer head right there. And it looks a lot better in my opinion. I actually like this body mold right here. It's not the Ultimate Edition, of course, but I do like it. It's a very reliable figure to have, to be honest. Nothing crazy, nothing bad about it, just good. But we had to take a look at the head sculpts, because the head sculpts is the whole thing here. You want the new Brock Lesnar with the beard, with the new ponytail. It looks pretty cool, and we will compare it right now. Alright, so here they are all lined up together. I have to say, with the original head, I thought it was humongous, and then when I saw the new heads, they looked a lot smaller, but when you put them next to each other, they're actually not that bad. They look pretty good side by side. Obviously, there's a huge difference now in the scanning and sculpting of the head sculpts now. The new ones look fantastic in my opinion. It's good to have options how you want to do it. And hey, you never know. Brock might go back to shaving his beard, going back to the crew cut, and all of this will have to go back anyway. So, alright, so comparing the 2 body molds right here. From what I can tell, I think the waist down is pretty much the same. Even the legs. This one has a toe joint. This one doesn't though. But other than that, it looks like it's the same mold. Going to the upper body and higher, you can definitely see the difference between the two. They even had different arms as well. This also has double jointed arms. But this one has a longer torso, a lot bigger. It's definitely in the neck, you can see there. Of course, this one is sporting the old ab crunch right here, while this is a ball joint diaphragm, which I like a lot. You could really relax his body back. Looks a lot more natural, in my opinion. Also, the difference between the two is this one has butterfly joints in the shoulders, this one does not. They do have different arm sockets in the shoulders as well. They don't have the same exact sockets, exactly like Roman Reigns right there. Some last key differences is that maybe the finish is different. This is a lot more glossier, this is more matte. The tattoos on the older body are a lot darker, I would say. In general, they look like it's the same thing, but actually this one is a lot bigger to handle compared to this one. So it's probably not the same print overall, but it looks very close in my opinion. Maybe the shoulders are the same exact thing. Here's the back right there. And this is where having the butterfly joints kind of widens his shoulders out a little bit more maybe. Now most of the Elite figures of Brock Lesnar coming out sport the smiling face, so it's always cool to have, but of course you want the serious face and the shouting face, which you only can get right now through the Ultimate Edition. And I like it. It's great to have the options to use either head sculpt to really pose Brock Lesnar, and I think you won't be sorry with that. I think it's awesome because he looks cooler. In my opinion, he looks cooler with the beard and the ponytail haircut, which I think they did a great job on him. Alright, size comparison time. So here he is with the other Ultimate figures in my collection. Got Hollywood Hulk Hogan and we got Roman Reigns. And here they are without their accessories, and I have to say I loved the Hollywood Hulk Hogan figure and Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns figure I was a little bit disappointed in because he's actually sporting a reused body mold, which is not specific for him. I actually prefer the Elite figure more than the Ultimate figure, to be honest. But yeah, looking at these guys, I love how Hulk Hogan has his own specific body mold, which is, you know, not it's big, but not ripped, just a lot of mass. Brock Lesnar, humongous upper body, very muscular, very nice. But him, it looks so skinny here and slim, and then gets bigger. This is like the Rock's body, I think, right? I forget what it was, but not my preference. I definitely like the Ultimate one a lot better. And just a quick close-up with Hollywood Hulk Hogan right there. Hulk Hogan, of course, has the height advantage, but man, when it comes to mass and body mass, definitely goes to Brock Lesnar right there. And for another size comparison, here he is with the Ultimate and also the Elite Roman Reigns right here. As you can see, the Ultimate Roman Reigns is a little bit taller than the Elite counterpart, but like I said, I just like the Elite version a lot better. Just body mass and size, I guess you can say that. So here they are, side by side. I need to have a Universal title with Roman Reigns plates. It'd be fitting to give him this one, which he took from Brock Lesnar. Alright, next up for the size comparisons, here is the AEW Unrivaled Chris Jericho and the Supreme Cody Rhodes. I have to say, I love AEW figures. In my opinion, they're a little bit better than WWE, but they're just like a step better, right? They're basically like all Ultimate editions of WWE, in my opinion. Lacking the accessories, that is, though. I wish they had more different head sculpts available from AEW, but that's another story. So yeah, here they are side by side. Looks pretty good. We will take off their accessories. And here they are side by side without the accessories, and I like the look. Brock Lesnar is a lot bigger compared to mass-wise, of course. But AEW figures definitely do fit pretty well with the WWE figures overall. And of course, if you've ever wondered how the AEW Championship looks on Brock Lesnar's shoulder, there you go. And here he is one more time with the Elite version of Brock Lesnar for back in the day with the new head sculpt. Just want to show you guys the difference in this body mold because it's kind of crazy. I was so used to this one, and I see this one now, the new one. It's just, wow, it's so much better, right? Even though I like this, it seems a little more compact looking the more I look at it. And this one, like, I love the fact you can bring back his shoulders, bring up his, upper body, kind of make him look more relaxed looking, which he does have that stance sometimes, so especially with all that mass and muscle mass in him, he does relax his body somewhat like that, which is more realistic. Alright, next up we have the Elite version of Goldberg, the older version of course, but we have an older Rock figure right there. As you can see, it looks pretty good in my opinion. They all look around the same height and same size, but you really see it honestly when you take off this belt, of course, is in the upper body. The upper body mass and muscles that Brock Lesnar has is just so apparent, honestly, compared to all these guys. And this is not the best depiction of Goldberg in my opinion, but definitely it's a huge difference in body mass. See, this is also where I think the other body right here might have been a better height for Brock Lesnar, because this is a little bit taller, but it's not like horribly tall. But he's not the same height as The Rock, let's say that. Now this is a little better of a size comparison between the two. Maybe like an inch, in real height, an inch, right? It looks a little more like that. Alright, for another size comparison, we have the Brothers of Destruction. Of course, we have an older Undertaker, the biker version, and of course we have Kane right here, and according to Brock Lesnar, the only guy stronger than him. Let's take out the mask right here. There you go. Now we have Glenn Jacob. So quickly we get into articulation. We'll pop this head sculpt on right now. Some of these head sculpts I need to Dremel down a little bit more to make it easier. But yeah, there he is with the shouting head. It looks great. So ball jointed head, of course. Good range on it in my opinion. So yeah, ball jointed head, of course. Good range on it. He has the butterfly joints right there. Go forward and back. Get a nice pose right there. His shoulder joints go up. They go down, bicep swivel, 2 joints at the elbow right here, which, you know, he has a really big bicep, so it does work, but it could have been better. And the wrist joints are on hinges, and they have a swivel. In the midsection right here, he has the ball joint diaphragm, so it goes up, goes back, goes forward, everything like that. Pivots a little bit side to side, not the greatest though, but it is there somewhat. It rocks. He has a swivel at the waist, T-jointed hips, go about that far, which is nice. Also in the T-jointed hips, they actually have a little pivot to go down to get better range when you bring it up like that. Go back, not that much, split, perfect. Thigh swivel, 2 joints at the knee, ankle swivel, go pivot, ankle hinge, right there, and a toe joint. So articulation for Brock Lesnar is fantastic. Alright, so my overall thoughts on this figure is I love him. He is awesome. Of course, you want the Brock Lesnar, an ultimate version, of course, but you want those head sculpts. You want the ponytail, you want the beard, you want the serious face, you want the smiling face, you want the shouting face, right? This is a great set to get, of course. And also you get the WWE Heavyweight and Universal Championships with the Brock Lesnar side plates, which is a nice touch right there. Honestly, this was announced maybe before last WrestleMania, I think, a while ago, right? And going into WrestleMania, when this was announced, I think a lot of people thought that Brock Lesnar was going to win and beat Roman Reigns for the undisputed title, but it never happened, so kind of threw everyone off. But now that I have this figure finally, I'm really happy with it. So yeah, just a great figure to have. But don't get me wrong, I still like the old body mold. It's still a great figure, you know. You know, you still have the original head with the crew cut. Still not a bad figure to have, right? You know, you never know. He might go back to it eventually. But just having this body mold with the new heads is still pretty cool, you know? I do like that. And of course, you can still get the elite versions with the new head. You know, he has the outfits on, the cowboy outfit, or the overall outfit. Still pretty cool to have. I might actually try to pick them up later. But they only come with the smiling head of Brock Lesnar. You won't get the serious one, and you won't get the shouting one, which is kind of a bummer, but at least you'll have something, right? But yeah, so that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching, and like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace!